Hi, Mark Lee here. It is 9:12 Eastern Time, 2:12 GMT. Let's have a look how the week is shaping up. The markets look on a Monday morning, starting at the US dollar index. Bear in mind, last week, before I get started, last week, the five instruments that we analyzed all went up last week. The US dollar strengthened on the week. S&P mildly, but also finished higher on the week. Gold had a strong week. Oil had a strong week. And we are well aware that Bitcoin got right up to testing the $100,000 mark. To open the week, when the new trading week started, and that was for me here on Eastern Time, so that was last night, the start of the Asian session. The US dollar had weakened. US dollar opened lower than it had closed over the weekend. We saw that in the US dollar index and in all the major FX pairs. US dollar index sitting right now, there we are, 106.56. There you can see the red candle. If I zoom into the hourly, you can see how there's the gap down from the open last night. I had a ascending trend line in. It opened right at that ascending trend line all the way down here. That was the gap. Tried a little bit higher in the Asian and European sessions, but now looking to test support at 106.51. 107 was the big number that it crossed last week. Even on Friday, it touched up to 108. 107 was the new level, and not able to maintain, sitting now at 106.53. So 106.53, 106.50 is our support, 107.20 resistance going into the US session. Let's look at S&P 500. Then we go first to the daily. Like I said, it did strengthen last week. And there you can see, not in bits and pieces, higher highs, kind of higher lows, got to the resistance level at 6,051, comfortably over the 6,000 level, and that's what's important. To open this week, there's the gap up, so it opened a little bit higher. Remember, US dollar opened a little bit lower, S&P opened a little bit higher, kind of leveled off. Now that the US session is underway, we can see continuing to strengthen. 6033 is resistance and 5940 is support. Important number here is the 6,000 level and trading comfortably above that for now. Let's have a look at our commodities. Gold, also very strong week. Oh, there it's going down. Interesting. Let's get to the daily to start. Really strong week on gold. There is resistance on gold at 2,786. Last week we know came down after a big 2-week sell-off, supported 2,539, but fought its whole way back the whole of last week, every day, classic uptrend. This you can see today. Looks like it's giving up a lot of those gains from the intraday resistance here at 2722. It's now testing 2655. Let's zoom in on the hourly. And there it's testing support as we speak. That support at 2657. Looks like it wants to come lower. Gold weakening, as is the US dollar weakening for now. Normally an inverse relationship. We'll see how that works out during the course of the day. Oil, also a strong week last week. Let's see if that's maintained going into the new week. No, similar situation to, wow, look at that. There is on oil, on the hourly, there is my ascending trend line, which has got broken right now as we speak, sitting at 73.34. Got resistance at 74.91, close to the 75 level. I've got support at 72.60, 72.69, and that's the level that's getting tested right now. Blow that up. sellers definitely happy to see that prices broke below this ascending trend line, and the next target will be the 72.60 and around that 72.50 level. That's where we're sitting right now. Lastly, let's look at Bitcoin. We're now strong. That was last week. Kind of expected to struggle at that 100,000 mark. There we can see I've put in some support resistance levels. There's the intraday resistance at 98,959. There's my intraday support at 97,239. Trading within that range for now. The range is wide over $4,000. Intraday bounce trading, definitely a strategy that can be employed now. Selling off resistance levels and buying off support levels. I think the buyers and sellers definitely going to square off now around that $100,000 mark. Let's keep that discipline. Let's watch and see how the US dollar performs as the US session continues underway now. We saw a gap down after the weekend, US dollar weakness. So far into the US session, that pattern is continuing. We're seeing a weaker US dollar. We're seeing weaker gold. We're seeing the S&P 500, which is about to open soon, the equity market. So far, looks to be starting on a front foot. And Bitcoin doing something around the 100,000 mark. Good trading, guys. See you at the end of today's session.